Proteins are pretty easy to understand. If it used to have a face on it, and you can shoot it, kill it, eat it, it's a protein. All right? Now it doesn't have to be a meat. Those are just the bulk of them are meats. There's turkey, chicken, beef, fish, all kinds of game meat. If you deer, buffalo, whatever, squirrel, I don't know, whatever you like. I like fish for you a lot. Fish is great. You can never eat too much fish. Protein powder is always fantastic. You can do yogurt and cottage cheese. I just personally don't like yogurt and cottage cheese. It doesn't mean you can't have it. I just don't like it. So when you hear me say I don't like yogurt and cottage cheese, it's not from a nutritional standpoint. I just think it's gross. So then there's also eggs. So those are basically your proteins. Every single time you eat, every time, you should have one of these in your diet, in your meal. It doesn't need to be a lot. Okay, when you're starting off especially, and you're not used to eating very many meals, eat just a little bit. We can always increase the amount. But get into eating a small amount of protein with every single meal. All right, it can be any of those, and I'll have sample meal plans put up for you. And then fats. I save carbs for last because they're the most confusing. Also, everything that I'm telling you right now, one's going to be on Facebook. We have my man Kyle over here making sure it's all on here. And then we're going to have posters up all over the gym that literally explain everything. Big posters that say, eat this, don't eat this. Okay? So it's going to be everywhere. And it's also sample plans in your nutrition book. All this stuff is in the nutrition book as well. All right? Fats can be kind of confusing. We can do a whole hour and I can bore you to tears about fats. But basically what you want to know is you want to get some fats in your diet. It should be roughly 20% of your diet depending on the person, but right around there is pretty normal. You want to eat more what's called omega-3 fats than anything else. Here's the problem. Omega-3s are really good for you. They're anti-inflammatory. They help with metabolic deficiencies. They help correct your metabolism. They help with a ton of diseases. Even there's been studies on anti-dementia in a way, and Alzheimer's, all kinds of things they do. But they're not in very many foods, and the foods that they're in, people don't tend to like very much. That's the problem. They're basically in fish oil, flax seeds, flaxseed oil. Leafy green vegetables have some, but you need to eat a lot of them, but dark leafy green vegetables. And then they're found in trace amounts of other things. But basically, you want to make sure that every day you're eating a lot of fish, some fish oil, flax, and flaxseed. Now, we have, and this is not a pitch to buy our stuff, but I'm just telling you, we have a fish oil capsule. This is probably one of the most potent fish oil capsules you can buy. It's got 2,500 milligrams of fish oil. Now, that being said, there's too many people that think, oh, I popped 1 or 2 fish oil capsules, I got my omega-3s. That's not enough. You also have to change your food choices and try to get some in throughout the day, not just popping a pill now and then. It's a supplement. It supplements getting omega-3 fat in your diet. It's a great thing to have. I take it every day, but also fish and flax seeds, walnuts, other things like that. All kinds of seeds are good. Other fats are fine. Avocados, extra virgin olive oil. You want to add those in your diet, but omega-3s are what we want to focus on. Right? Every meal you want to try to get some. All right, here's your carbs. And this is where people tend to get confused, but the easiest, and there's always exceptions to what I'm going to tell you, but the easiest way to understand it is that there are basically 2 very distinct, separate types of carbohydrates. There's low energy carbs and there's high energy carbs. Low energy carbs are basically carbs that are not processed, come straight from the ground, they're usually not in a box, don't have a label on them. You can just go to the store and they came basically as is. Those are typically your what? Vegetables and fruits. Fruits and vegetables for the most part. More veggies than fruits preferably. That's what you want to have. And some legumes like beans, lentils, chickpeas, those are okay as well. Mostly veggies. Okay? That's what you want to eat. When I say low energy carbs outside your window, that's what I want you to eat. A lot of veggies. Okay? You want to start working your way up to like 9-10 cups of veggies a day. That's the goal. Work down the road. I know it sounds like a lot to start with, but work your way up to it. High energy carbs are the kind of carbs that people think of when they think of carbs. You know, if somebody says, oh, I've been eating a lot of carbs, or oh, I'm going to cut carbs out of my diet, they're usually talking about high energy carbs. Those are your breads, pastas, rice, potatoes, cereals, things that come in a box, a package, Nutri-Grain bars, all that kind of stuff. Cookies, those are high energy carbs. You don't need a lot of them. You really just want to have them in your window after you work out. All right? I made a picture just in case you got confused. Low energy carbs are those pretty ones with all the different colors. You want to eat lots of different colors. High energy carbs are, like I said, your typical breads, pastas, rice, potatoes kind of thing. The ones that people like the taste of. Carbs continue. Carbs are a big thing. You got to make sure you're getting some in your diet, but you got to get the right amounts and at the right time. So everybody's got different what's called carb sensitivity. Okay, you've got my friend Kyle over here who's filming right now. He's a new trainer here. You guys will see him around the gym a lot. He's young, he's muscular, he's lean. He's probably got very low carb sensitivity, which means he can eat probably just about any kind of carb he wants. He'll probably be okay. All right. Then you take someone who has trouble losing weight, has to walk. They walk by a box of donuts and their butt starts jiggling just from walking past it, right? Those people have high carb sensitivity. You still follow the basic same rules, but a guy like Kyle is going to be able to eat lots of different and lots more carbs in his window, and maybe even some outside his window, where the person who really struggles is really going to want to keep track of the amount and type of carbs they eat in their window, because a lot of times things like gluten and grains and stuff like that, like breads, sometimes don't work for those people as well. So you need to be kind of careful. And sometimes eat what's more, we call them premium grains like oats, barley, the ones that you don't want. Like rye, those kinds. There's all kinds of things you can eat. But you want to have those more than the more processed carbs. One more thing on carbs, and that's called bracketing. It's something that I think we only do here. I don't know anyone else who really does it, but we've been doing it since we opened in 1999. And that is right before, like immediately before, not 30 minutes before, not an hour before. I'm talking like 5 to 10 minutes before you work out, maybe even during your workout. Having a little bit of whey protein isolate with a high sugar like a dextrose. That's why we made this product Recovery. Because all this is dextrose and whey protein isolate. You don't need a lot. Half a scoop, maybe a whole scoop. Mix it in cold water, shake it up, drink it kind of right before, during your workout. It kind of gets the whole muscle process thing started. Just a little bit of carbs in your body, get the amino acids from the protein. Right when you're working out, it's when your body needs it. Then take another scoop, maybe a little bit more, a scoop, half a scoop, maybe a bigger, more muscular person, 2 scoops. Right after you work out. Again, not when you go home. You can keep it right there on the shelves over there. And you can have 1 or 2 scoops right after you work out with nice cold water, and you want to down it like you're chugging a beer. You want to down it as fast as you can. Okay, get it in your system. Then you can eat your next meal after that. Okay, so this is Recovery. We have it available in the office.